Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Norasinda binti Fauzi with my team member Dr. Muhammad Suhaimi bin Yusuf and Noraha Abdul Razak. We will present on our research on regulatory compliance in traditional food industries, a study of Keropok Leko SME governance in Terengganu. For introduction, traditional food industries play an important socio-economic and cultural role in Malaysia, especially in coastal areas where heritage food support local livelihoods. Keropok Leko, a traditional fish-based product from Terengganu, is mainly produced by micro and small enterprises that rely on family labor and informal markets. As demand expands beyond local communities, these producers are increasingly subject to food safety, hygiene, halal, and consumer protection regulations. Global concern over foodborne disease highlights the needs for effective regulation, even in small-scale and traditional food sectors. Malaysia has established comprehensive food safety and halal governance systems led by the Ministry of Health and JAKIM to protect consumers and strengthen markets credibility. However, many traditional SMEs struggle with high compliance costs, limited regulatory knowledge, and informal operations, creating a gap between regulatory design and effective implementation on the ground. For the literature review, food safety governance in Malaysia is anchored uh, in a comprehensive legal framework that includes the Food Act 1983, Food Regulation 1985, and Food Hygiene Regulations 2009, supported by guideline and enforcement mechanism under the Ministry of Health, Food Safety and Quality Divisions. Studies on ready-to-eat keropok leko have found high levels of Enterobacteriaceae and coliform as well as antibiotic-resistant Escherichia coli, indicating serious public health risks. Further research showed that keropok leko is highly perishable, with safety and quality deteriorating much faster at room temperature than under refrigerated storage. A recent review of food safety regulation implementation in Malaysia found that participation of SMEs in formal food assurance system remain relatively low, primarily because of high compliance costs, the need for facility upgrades, human resource constraints, and limited motivation to pursue certification. Case study of small medium food enterprise in multiple countries show similar patterns with a firm struggling to meet complex requirements related to hazard analysis, traceability, microbacteria, and documentations. Recent review argue that food safety culture has evolved from a narrow compliance orientation toward a broader organizational value that shapes everyday decisions and risk management practices. Review of food safety regulation in Malaysia note that without targeted assistance, SME often lack the financial and technical resources to upgrade premises, implement HACCP, or sustain documentation systems. A recent work on smart information system for Malaysia SME suggests that digital through traceability process monitoring data recording can improve compliance with both domestic and international food safety regulations, although adoption remains uneven due to cost and knowledge barriers. This is based on Hassan and Rahman 2025. Okay. Issues in regulatory compliance for traditional food SMEs. Regulatory misalignment with SME realities. Requirements such as specialized facilities, costly equipment, and extensive documentation are often unrealistic for business with limited resources. This problem is worsened by overlapping regulatory agencies, which create duplicated requirements, inconsistent guidance, and a confusing compliance process for small producers. Another issue is persistent microbiology risk in traditional production. Study shows that Cropper Eco face microbiological contamination at multiple stages, including raw materials, surface, and ready-to-eat product, with evidence poor hygiene, weak temperature control, and rapid spoilage at room temperature. Regulation alone is insufficient as small producers often lack of capacity and incentives to consistently apply hygiene and process controls in real production conditions. Another issue is financial and procedural barriers to halal and safety certification. Financial and procedural barriers are major challenge for small food SME in obtaining halal and food certification as costs for renovation, equipment testing, and fees are often too high for micro enterprise. In addition, complex procedures such as extensive documentation, online system, and audit requirements are difficult for traditional producers with limited formal education and informal record keeping. Limitation in food safety culture and training. Another key challenge is the weak food safety culture and limited training within SME. Research shows that strong management commitment, regular training, and shared safety values leads to higher competition, higher compliance, while business that review regulation as external pressure tends to cut corners. Another issue in regulatory compliance for traditional food SMEs, fragmented institutional support and limited technological enablers. Regulatory compliance is further constrained by fragmented institutional support and low adoption of supportive technologies. Low digital literacy investment also restrict the use of simple technologies that could help small producers manage records and compliance more effectively. For the discussion, regulatory compliance among Cropot Eco SMEs is influenced by the design of rules, business capacity, and institutional support, with practical challenges shaped by the social economic realities of micro enterprises rather than technical issues alone. Proportionate risk-based regulations and integrated platforms could improve engagement and reduce avoidance. SMEs need to manage microbiological risks, ensure feasibility halal and safety certification, and benefits from shared facilities, coordinated support, and affordable digital tools to lower costs and administrative burdens. Strengthening this ecosystem and digital readiness is key to sustainable compliance. For conclusion, this study examines the regulatory environment affecting traditional food SMEs in Malaysia through Keropok Leko producers in Terengganu. The findings shows that the finding shows that compliance with food safety and halal standards is shaped by structural, economic, and cultural constraints rather than unwillingness among producers. Gaps between regulations and practice persist due to limited capital, informal operations, and traditional production methods. Overall, effective compliance requires a holistic approach that combines proportionate regulation, targeted technical improvement, accessible certification, continuous training, and coordinated institutional support. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.